Hey there folks, it's the E-Man here. So this video, because we're on Christmas Eve tonight. Yes, Christmas Eve. Yep. Tomorrow, another Christmas will go by. Christmas of 2024. And as a lot of you know, of course, um, being an adult at Christmas is a lot different than being a kid. Of course, well, things have changed a lot. Things are more expensive, and things seem a little more crazier in the world than it was when I was particularly a kid. I'll tell you, kind of a story about Christmases past. I think three particular Christmases that I remember. Yeah, I mean, one Christmas, I assume back in the 80s, so I was a little fella, because I was born in 82, so yeah. Yeah, so it's yeah, I can't really tell you the exact date. I know it must have been in the 80s. Yeah, I got an 8-bit NES. I remember we got the one with Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, the one cartridge that had the whole thing on it, which was cool. uh, we had Super Sprint. We had a Sesame Street. I think we had a Sesame Street game on it. Later on, I think I got Mega Man 5 or something, but I got Mega Man 5 on my birthday. But yeah, I very much got an NES, I remember. I think later on I had gotten an Atari or something, but yeah. But the first real system I think I got for Christmas was the 8-bit NES. Yeah, what a console that was! You remember that weird opening door on it? Yeah. Well, I remember playing that forever. I was playing it, still playing it back when people thought the NES was stupid. I had a house fire many years ago, so I lost. Well, my original NES broke because a lot of them do because they get dirty inside. But what a thing it was to get that. And then we skip ahead a few years. I think sometime in the 90s, I got the Sega Genesis Model 2 with Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I remember playing the heck out of that one game because usually you got a console, you got one game. Yeah, I got the Sega Genesis for Christmas. I remember that was quite a thing to get with the Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I think my brother had gotten a game like X Mutants that we had played a lot. Oh yes, the biggest thing I remember about the Genesis, of course, not particularly for Christmas, but yeah, there was Sonic 3, then there was Sonic and Knuckles, yeah, then the lock-on technology. Yeah, I loved the Genesis. Had that for a while. I remember having Star Trek Next Generation. Yeah, I was really a Genesis kid for quite a while. Yeah, I did not have the Super Nintendo until I was much older. I guess, and yeah, and now here is the third great Christmas I remember. I remember getting an N64 for Christmas, and Star Fox 64 with the Rumble Pack, because I remember seeing it advertised, and I got it. Opened it up and yeah, that's great. But the problem was I discovered that we had an older television. Yeah, because the N64 was audio and video, and our old television only had the old coaxial screw-on thing. Plus, the television was rather old. It was almost like one of the first color TVs or something. Yeah, big giant honking television. Yeah, I couldn't play it. I wasn't able to play it until I think later on we were able to go to the store and get an RF modulator so that I could use the old, the old coaxial NES thing. You could get an adapter that went onto the N64. I think we had figured it out. I could play it by putting audio and video into the VCR and then playing on the TV, or having to use the old RF like adapter thing. But I really remember the Rumble Pack and Star Fox 64. I remember it was a rather challenging game. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I didn't get like Mario Brothers on it. I remember for a birthday I got, excuse me. What was that game? I think it was called Hardcores or something, where you're like, oh, it was called Blast Cores. Yeah, where you have to like transport that nuclear missile and you have to like blow up buildings and stuff. Yeah, the biggest game I remember playing was Star Fox 64. Yeah, for Christmas, and I just remember it was quite a game. Well, there was actually characters were talking, and of course I had not really known characters to talk. Well, since I had not owned a Super Nintendo, I would have been amazed to see that Super Nintendo had some games where there is actually talking in Super Nintendo games. It was kind of interesting. Usually didn't see that in many games. Yeah, the N64 was like, I think it was one of the close of the first games I saw where there was actual voice acting. Yeah, I remember it just being so cool in my mind and thinking, oh, that's the coolest thing ever. You know? Well, and strangely enough, Star Fox 64 has kind of held up, I think, over the years. It's still one of the best Star Fox games. Yeah, I remember the ad for the Rumble Pack, and I remember, yeah, they had the box where the Rumble Pack like came in the box. Oh yeah, let's see. Yeah. This is a third-party Rumble Pack, but this is pretty much exactly what the Rumble Pack was. Just put some batteries in here, and make the controller rumble. Yeah, because the way the N64 was, it was weird. Like, a lot of accessories had to plug into the controller. Like, even a memory card had to, even a memory card had to plug into the controller instead of the console itself. Well, I mean, and nowadays we have controllers that have rumbles built into them, but it was kind of a new thing. It was cool on Star Fox because you really felt like you were like really flying an R-wing because you're like getting hit. You feel it. Yeah, maybe not the best thing ever made, but it was cool back in the day. Any kind of weird feedback if you're playing a game is kind of cool. Yep. Yeah, so that was like 3 major Christmases I remember. I don't think I could remember much else but those Christmases. And there were many other Christmases that I really enjoyed. Yeah. Yeah. Christmas. Yeah. Well, I could also remember when I grew up, like we had this living room that was like off of the house, so it was like this big, huge living room, and I remember we had like the big tree. I remember we had to tie it to the ceiling so that it wouldn't fall over. It was kind of tall. Yeah. Well, now, living here at my mom's smaller house, we really have the room to put a giant living tree. I know a lot of people start doing artificial trees and whatnot. I guess that's pretty good. Some artificial trees, almost forget that they're artificial because they look so close to real. Yeah, I think a lot of people have issues with. They have a living tree, like their cat, like comes and drinks all the water out of the tree bowl and whatnot. Yeah, I remember my dad would always he kind of like, yeah. the presents there. He had a special way to kind of like lock the door, to keep the door shut so that we couldn't get in there and see the presents. And I remember just quite an amazing thing when you're a little kid and you see like, yay, it's time to open presents. It was such a great thing. I remember Dad used to videotape it. It was cool. You know, it was kind of a cool time. And plus it was very fun being a kid. But I remember as the Christmases kept coming and going, we noticed that, well, the Christmases got smaller and smaller, and things were getting more expensive, and our tastes were different. Our tastes were of more expensive things. You know, and I remember a lot of toys I would get, like He-Man toys, or, you know, Skeletor, and his thing and stuff. It's just, yeah. Oh, yes. I remember also there was a Christmas I got, the Ewok Village. Yeah, the original Kenner, like, 80s Ewok Village. I actually had that. Yeah, I remember I was bad, and I, like, went in my dad's room and, like, discovered it in a closet. Yeah, that wasn't... This is where... Yeah, it was just the Ewok Village. Now I look online, and Ewok Village goes for hundreds of dollars. I kind of wish I still had that. Yeah, it was just a cool kind of playset. Yeah, I never got the Millennium Falcon, but so we could get the Ewok Village. I don't even remember what happened to it, but definitely I don't have it anymore. Yep. So it was good to hang out with. Yeah, we just had it was a real big, like, kind of family thing, and it was just great. It's just kind of sad to think that that's all kind of a memory now, and it's like, you're an adult. Christmas isn't very fun. Yeah. It's just one of the truths, I guess, of becoming an adult. Why it's not fun being an adult sometimes. Yep. Well, I hope you guys found this video kind of interesting. A memory lane of some of my Christmases that I had. There's the great memories of Christmas. Yeah, it's been interesting. Since I'm 42, I guess technically I've been through like 42 Christmases since now. Yeah, we're also going to have a white Christmas this Christmas. I think we got, what was it, 4? I think we got 4 inches here in my part of Maine, I believe. Yeah. Well, it's not as cold as it has been in the last few nights, but yeah, we got some decent snow. I guess they're still kind of, I saw them, they were still out there plowing driveways, getting everything cleaned up. I think it was just enough where you had to go out and do it. Had to go out and plow it. Yeah, I almost didn't go to work, but then I was like, might as well just go. Because, of course, today was like my last day for a while. And I'm off kind of for the rest of the week and whatnot. So I just thought it was interesting just to have a thought video about my past Christmases, because I've heard some people talking about it. But yeah. Well, as I said earlier, I hope you liked this video. Please like and subscribe, and leave any comments about any of your, kind of your favorite kind of thing you got for Christmas. Yeah, I think there's a bunch of other things that I just can't really think of the top of my mind. Well, I'll see you guys later then. Oh yes, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, basically happy whatever holiday you celebrate, and a new year too. Yep, it'll be 2025 before we know it. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys Later then. Bye.